congratulations, you made it to the end of the week. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
TGIF, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Let's make sure you start your Friday right with some good vibes, great company, and unstoppable energy.
Happy Friday. I'm Monique Tuzon, and your mornings are always more fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter and some workouts. So please pray for me. That's why I'm in workout clothes. Because apparently this is the first time we're going to have intense workouts.
Wait.
Yes.
When you said workout clothes, bakit lumipat yung camera sa akin?
Because you're the only one
Because
who
you're the
never
only one who
works
does
out.
not want to work out
Thank
with
you,
us.
Direct. That was
Early.
great.
I work out at
Cinematography.
night. That's just my thing.
Okay.
Yeah. No, okay lang yan. And you said it yourself that
What?
you were under the weather, you haven't worked out in a week,
Yeah, I've
and
been sick
now
last week.
this is your way to jumpstart things.
Again.
Oh,
it
siya,
is my
sige,
fifth year.
At kaibigan pa ni Anne.
Yes,
Kaibigan pa
a
ni
good
Anne.
friend of mine, the coach we'll be having today. So I'm really excited because he prepared a really good program for us and for you guys. So
Anne
join us
approved to
later.
It is Anne
Unapproved,
approved.
aka like we're literally gonna go on the floor and do like some acrobatic stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just sit
Kasi
and watch
ito yung
Anne.
thing ni Anne, may certain standard siya. If he's
Exactly.
not, kapag hindi siya hinihingal, it's not good enough.
Exactly. So
And then, if sa level ni Anne, kapag hinihingal si Anne, si Mo, namamatay
that,
na.
I'm dying. So
Yes,
that's why I'm in all
exactly.
black.
Grabe
I'm mourning my
naman.
death today.
All right, and of course, there's a lot more to talk about
Yes.
here. We have a couple of guests here later on. We have something for those who actually are going through cancer, or
Yes.
of course, whether you be family or a patient yourself, you don't want to stick in for that. But first, let's check out the weather. Now, most parts of Luzon can expect cool conditions with possible rains on the last day of January. Pag-asa says the northeast monsoon is affecting northern and central Luzon. Those in Cagayan Valley and Cordillera region, Aurora and Quezon can expect cloudy skies with rains. So be ready with your umbrellas. This might be a good time to visit Baguio City with a chillax. Chillax lang guys, with a friend. As temperatures there range from 15 to 23 degrees Celsius, state forecasters say the country remains storm-free. The Amihan is also bringing isolated light rains to Metro Manila, Rizal, and the Ilocos region and the rest of Central Luzon. Temperatures in Metro Manila range from 23 to 30 degrees Celsius. The rest of the country can expect humid conditions with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to the easterlies. Sunset today is set at 5:55 p.m. Tune into Weather HQ later on at 9 a.m. on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, for more updates, whatever the weather.
Now on to some serious business. President Bongbong Marcos has a message to China amid its criticism about the United States Typhoon missile system here in the Philippines. In an ambush interview in Cebu, PBBM says he is ready to return the missile system to the U.S. in one condition.
Let's make a deal with China. Stop claiming our territory. Stop harassing our fishermen and let them have a living. Stop ramming our boats. Stop water cannoning our people. Stop firing lasers at us. And stop your aggressive and coercive behavior. And return the Typhoon missiles. Tigil nila yung ginagawa nila, babalik ko lahat yan.
He also questioned why China is interfering in the issue.
I don't. The comments on the Typhoon missile system, we don't make any comments on their missile systems, and their missile systems are 1,000 times more powerful than what we have.
China had once warned the Philippines to return America's missile system, saying it could trigger a geopolitical confrontation and an arms race.
Senator Risa Hontiveros questioning the Maharlika Investment Corporation for purchasing a stake at the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. In a statement, Hontiveros says if the government wants to influence the dealings within the NGCP through additional board seats, why not return the NGCP system operation function to the state instead? Hontiveros says she wants to find out if the MIC investment will indeed help lower electricity prices. The senator also raised concern over the NGCP leadership with the possibility that its franchise might be canceled or amended by Congress.
President Bongbong Marcos says he is yet to find the alleged blank allocations in the 2025 budget. He says he read and analyzed over 4,000 pages of the General Appropriations Act of 2025.
Just last month, I had to read 4,057 pages of the General Appropriations Act for 2025. Because I reviewed it, analyzed it, and yes, in parts, vetoed it. And so for those of you, and up to now, I cannot find those damned blank items. We'll keep looking, but I really am convinced that they simply do not exist because it is not allowed to exist. So for those of you who think the presidency is just handshakes, photo ops, I assure you that fine print is alive in my office as well.
Davao City 3rd District Congressman Isidro Ungab and Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel earlier said they spotted blank line items in the bicameral conference committee report. Ungab's camp also brought the issue to the Supreme Court.
Condolences poured in after the passing of Albay 1st District Representative Edsel Lagman on Thursday at the age of 82. Manila 6th District Representative Benny Abante Jr. says Lagman was a quote-unquote tireless champion of our country's marginalized sectors like the urban poor, labor, and women. Former Senator Kiko Pangilinan also mourned his passing, reminiscing on their shared struggle for social justice in the 80s. He wrote, and I quote, "Ka-Edsel's personal and political life had been a testament to the power of principled leadership and the enduring fight for the rights of every Filipino, especially the last, the least, and the lost." The House of Representatives also sent their prayers and sympathies to the family and loved ones of the seasoned legislator.
In the meantime, Senate President Cheese Escudero says he's not worried over the United States temporarily suspending its foreign aid. Escudero says he trusts U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's promise that the U.S. will still support the Philippines. The Senate President also says he believes the foreign assistance rollout is being reviewed and is not final. Escudero adds he doesn't see conflict in the West Philippine Sea to further escalate under Trump 2.0. He says U.S. President Donald Trump is against any form of war.
President Bongbong Marcos is planning to meet U.S. President Donald Trump to discuss issues including immigration. He says he will see what he can do to influence policymaking in terms of immigration, which could impact a large number of Filipinos in the United States. There are over 300,000 undocumented Filipinos in the U.S., according to a 2019 estimate. Meanwhile, close to 2 million migrants from the Philippines live in the United States, according to the 2024 data.
In the U.S., Trump says he will prepare a migrant detention facility at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba for as many as 30,000 migrants.
Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them, because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them out to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately, right? And tough. That's a tough place to get out of.
The president of Cuba says this plan is, quote, an act of brutality. The Guantanamo Bay detention camp was built by former U.S. President George W. Bush for terror suspects after the 9/11 attacks.
Really devastating news in the U.S. All 64 people aboard a flight from Wichita, Kansas, and 3 soldiers on a U.S. Army helicopter were believed dead on Thursday after 2 aircraft collided in a fiery explosion near Washington, D.C. U.S. Defense Secretary said the U.S. Army helicopter that collided with a passenger jet was being operated by experienced crew. The cause of the crash is under investigation. The victims in the American Airlines jet include crew members, teen figure skaters, and ex-world champions, as well as their family members and coaches.
Moving on to sports, Basketball Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade sharing a vulnerable moment as he reveals a bout with cancer. Wade disclosed his battle with stage 1 cancer on his podcast. The 3-time NBA champ says he had surgery in 2023 to remove a cancerous tumor on his kidney. Wade says his father's battle with prostate cancer taught him the importance of being proactive. The Miami Heat legend also says he's now cancer-free. 13-time All-Star has kept himself busy since retiring in 2019. He has dabbled in multiple endeavors, including as a partial owner of the Utah Jazz. One of pro wrestling's game-changing icons is headed to the Hall of Fame. Paul Levesque is officially announced as the headliner of this year's WWE Hall of Fame class. Pro wrestling icons Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker made the surprise reveal at the company's headquarters in Connecticut. Triple H is already in the Hall of Fame as a co-founder of the influential faction D-Generation X. But this particular induction acknowledges his decorated solo career as a 14-time world champion. Triple H serves as Chief Content Officer of the wrestling juggernaut. The 2025 Hall of Fame WWE Hall of Fame ceremony is scheduled for April 18 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
In entertainment, national artist for film Kidlat Tahimik graces the cover of Vogue Man Philippines for its February issue. In the issue, writer Catherine De Gia shares her decades-long exploration of indigenous wisdom and creativity with Kidlat Tahimik. Their partnership that spans over 50 years roots from the idea of one's own duende or inner genius and turning imperfections into strengths. K-pop superstar Jennie teases her collab with American singer-songwriter Dominic Fike. The track, titled Love Hangover, will be released later at 1 p.m. Philippine time. This is ahead of her first studio album, Ruby's release on March 7th.
Up next, a line of work you might not know of is dedicated to making the journey a little bit better for cancer patients and their family dealing with an immense amount of grief. When we return, certified narrative coach Leah Eriguel and certified end-of-life coach doula Charity Marohombsar joins us live in the studio to show how hope can be your closest friend and ally during a difficult stage in one's life. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. The journey of cancer patients and their families could be marred with emotions difficult to navigate or even grasp. Looking at the bright side of things is easier said than done. For people dealing with the harsher facts of life, simply how does one reframe their mind to still look at life with gratitude, then treat oneself with kindness? Joining us live this morning, certified narrative coach Leah Eriguel and certified end-of-life doula Charity Marohombsar. It's a beautiful day, Coach Leah, Coach Charity. Thank you very much for joining us. So first off, I have to ask, doula is the first time I've ever heard that title. And I was researching about it, and it feels, it's such a, how do I say this? It's such a heartwarming description, but how would you describe what a doula is?
Well, doula is really not new. Back in the days, we had birth doulas.
Yes.
So doula is a nurturer. So when I was looking at what I wanted to do in this world to be able to serve after I was diagnosed and survived
Yes.
stage 4
Congratulations,
breast
by the way.
cancer,
Yeah.
I thought of the word Life Doula as a brand because that's actually what I really want to do, to be able to nurture cancer warriors, survivors, and their families as they journey through a very challenging terrain like cancer.
Right. And you established a wellness center that offers a holistic approach to healing for cancer patients, right? Can you tell us more about this? What exactly is a holistic approach to healing?
Okay. So Leah and I were both part of Better Days Wellbeing Center. Better Days is really an offshoot of the gap that I saw in the healthcare system, where diseases, where it's very disease-centric. Like you walk in a hospital,
Yeah.
Yes.
people don't really ask you, oh, kamusta ka? Like they go straight to, your tumor is this big and all of that.
Yes,
But
yes.
Yeah.
having gone through it myself, there was a gap missing. Like, who takes care of the mind?
Right,
Who
right.
takes care of the other portions of the body, like nutrition, physical activity? Who takes care of the mental well-being,
Yes.
Yeah.
the emotional, and not to mention the spiritual well-being? So, Better Days Well-Being Center is actually the first brick-and-mortar cancer support community. We have a real home in White Plains, and it's a non-medical facility where we try to close in that gap.
Yeah.
Really be able to take care of, what people go through emotionally and mentally. That's why Leah is also one of our resident facilitators, taking care of, the mental anguish,
Right.
the
Yeah.
anxiety that really is in the space of any cancer patient and their families,
their
every
families.
single day.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
co-
that's what Better Days is all about.
Yeah, Coach Leah, a lot of it's actually instilling hope sa mga patients. Like you take a look at those, especially those who have terminal cases and those who feel that perhaps medyo nagpo-progress na and maybe sometimes things aren't going their way. What aspect, or rather, how difficult is it to actually instill hope, and gaano ka-importante to actually keep on trying and keep on working on aspects like that?
Hope is a very, very big thing when it comes to, a journey like cancer. And one of the things that I'm very passionate about bringing to Better Days is, as a narrative coach, it's all about reframing the stories in our heads. Because we all have stories in our heads. That's how we make sense of our lives. Now, are all our stories in our heads true? 100%? No, because they're subjective. So we bring in gratitude, the gratitude journaling practice. We bring in self-kindness, mindful meditation, and all of this to go into self-love. And then, with self-love comes hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
The motivation to, there's another day. Instead of looking at the cancer, look at what's here. There's support around you. There's people who love you. It's another day. It's another beautiful day.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Nice branding.
Yes, yes.
But at the same time, Ren, it also builds resilience,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because a
Yeah.
lot of people, they think about hope. They think, and sometimes people feel like it's a bit helpless. Pero I've seen cancer patients in the past who are full of life, even more life than other
Yes.
people, and I can sensing resilience nila. Is
Yes.
that something that you feel can be developed?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's something, resilience comes from a positive mindset. Ano yung positive mindset? Di naman ibig sabihin na lagi happy-happy.
Right, of course.
It's more about, these are the challenges, and there's a way to reframe the way I think about it. And having Charity, I mean, she's a stage 4 cancer survivor.
Yeah.
And the perfect person to look at someone who had hope and determination, and she wanted to bring that hope and determination into the well-being center. And so I'm, really privileged to be part of it.
Now that we are talking about, giving hope, I have a question which might be a little sensitive, but I'm basing it on my experience with my dad, because my dad died of leukemia in 2013, and it was a very long battle with the illness. He even went to the States for treatment. I don't know if you're familiar with MD Anderson,
Yes.
that cancer facility in Texas.
Yes.
But he died here when he got back. And we come from a very religious family where when one gets sick, we really pray for healing, and we really hope for complete healing, that we'll get through it and he'll recover, he'll survive and be healthy
Yes.
again. But there is hope, and there is also being realistic about your prognosis. So my question is, I don't know if it's going to be too sensitive, but how do you bring hope and at the same time balance that with being realistic about your terminal prognosis? not just for the patient, but for the families as well.
In better days, we'd like to say hope with wide eyes open, right? Because let's face it, the cancer journey is like a two-fork road. One leads to healing, and one leads to like going home.
Right.
So what we normally impart is pragmatic hope. Because at some point, we have to be able to say and deliver the news that cure is no longer an option. And this is something that not all patients and families normally ask their doctors. They go through and they go through treatment, but nobody wants to ask the question, is this treatment still for cure? And when cure is no longer an option, we intensify care.
Right.
And care means sitting down with the patient, having this hard conversation that cure is no longer an option, it's not giving up. We now look into quality of life.
Right.
So that's a conversation that's very hard.
And it's very hard to accept.
Yes.
Sometimes
And
for some families, for
yes.
some
And that's why
terminally
we hold space in better days, not just for patients, but also for their families.
For their
Right.
families.
Right.
So we have programs also for the love givers, the people who take care of them. They also have their needs, and that's part of the program that we offer in Better Days.
Coach Charity, you came from a background, well, corporate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, both of us.
Both
Both
of you
of us,
came from a
yeah.
corporate
Yes.
background, but then obviously you had your diagnosis, stage 4, as you mentioned, and you were able to survive that. We talk about how sometimes yung mga experience natin, they really impact the journey that we're
Yes.
going to go through.
Yes.
It's always inevitable. Is there a moment throughout that journey in particular that led you to all of this?
Yeah. When I was going through my cancer treatment, I was doing it every week. I was stage 4, so it was a very aggressive treatment. And tambay ako ng ospital, and I realized at that moment that my life will change forever. I realized this appetite to be able to sit with people, really talk to them, going through 8 hours of chemotherapy, being able to really break down what they actually are going through.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had a skip in my walk every time I'm going to see cancer patients, and I realized I was going through it for a reason. So that was what led me. 2 years I was doing cancer coaching with 0 fee, so it was really more of a service.
Yes.
And then I brought to life Better Days, and that's how I was able to convince my dear friend Leah to bring in her coaching in the cancer community space because it is much needed.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to say, while you were talking about, it might be a sensitive topic about, what if wala na? I mean, this is the
Yes.
Yeah.
end of the road for
Yes.
One of the most amazing things that I learned, working with the charity, as she's a life doula, and I bring in the gratitude and the reframing, your stories in your head.
Yeah.
We're able to create experiences at the center where if we know that the person is terminal na, then we do what Charity calls a celebration of life.
A life celebration.
Because sa atin, ang culture natin, we give our testimonials and all our love when the person is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a life doula, I have had a beautiful experience of giving a celebratory event to a 13-year-old who had cancer at 4 and may tanning na yung buhay niya.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful celebration because he was also a painter. And so it changes your narrative about death.
Right.
Yeah.
And about saying how much you love this person and how much you celebrate this person while that person is still alive.
Kasi minsan, you leave it too late.
Yeah.
And
wala
that's,
na
and
siya.
that's a huge regret.
Right?
Tama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's really special. And of course, again, one of the reasons why we're talking to the both of you is because February is Cancer Awareness Month, and of
Yes.
course, we're trying to address that as well. You know, based on your experience, you mentioned you are the first brick and mortar, the only one in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, filling up that space.
Yes.
The non-medical, dealing with the spiritual, dealing with the emotional, and all of that. Do you feel that that is something that could be expanded on in general, not even just by the both of you, but then in terms of care, because there are quite a few cancer patients in the country?
Yes. We intend to really share this. As a matter of fact, one ways of doing it is while we have face-to-face events,
Yeah.
we have members from the different parts of the country. So we continue to hold virtual classes.
Right.
We're also the first cancer community who offers rehabilitation. Like if you're diagnosed, nobody hands you a manual on how to navigate
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, you
every
just-
month,
yeah.
we have a session that how do you navigate? What do you expect? What's the role that the family
Yeah.
can give? If you can't give financial support, what other roles can
Yes.
you do? So we sit down with newly diagnosed patients and really talk about this. We call it the preparing your cancer journey, because when I was diagnosed, I had zero idea of what was going to happen to me.
Right.
So I was learning on the fly, and I learned that there's no handbook for it. So we made one, and now we're offering it to newly diagnosed cancer patients.
You know what? Just talking about this, I'm trying to hold back my tears, you know, because I remember the journey that we had with my dad, and you are talking to a lot of cancer patients and their families. You know what they are going through. How do you remain emotionally present to your patients, to their families, and at the same time protecting your own emotional and mental well-being? Kasi ang hirap di ba?
Yeah.
Parang madadala ka
Yes.
with the grief, with the anxiety, with the fear. So it takes a toll also on your own mental health and your own emotional well-being, right? So how do you protect that?
How do you take care of yourselves,
Yeah.
basically?
Yeah.
We as a community, we're all coaches. Most of us are coaches. So we have learned to be able to distinguish empathy and compassion. Empathy is really getting sucked in the pain of other people. You can still be compassionate and not, get sucked in the pain.
Right.
So we, like, Leah is also my coach. Because there are just
coach.
there are just times
Yeah.
na you need someone to talk to process it.
Yeah, mahirap.
Yes.
Self-love is very important because you need to continuously nourish yourself. And when a cancer patient dies, there's always guilt, like, have I done enough?
Yeah.
So loving oneself is also being able to say, I've done everything that I can. That
Yeah.
was the best that I can do.
Absolutely. I
So-
mean, like,
and setting boundaries and all of that. So we have our own routines and rituals.
When I want to share,
go ahead.
I want to share one of the things, tools. We need tools to, on the fly.
Yeah.
And I want to share to everyone who's watching and going through something, just putting your hand to your heart when you feel messy, when your energies are down. This
Yeah.
is the scientific equivalent of a hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
So every time you do this, whenever you feel low, it's like you're hugging yourself.
Right.
And so you do this many, many times a day. And because our bodies tell our stories. So pag mabigat na dito, kailangan mag-connect yung
Yeah.
body natin.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I remember when I went to therapy, that was also what was asked for me to do. It's a lot of self-compassion, and I can
Yes.
attest to it.
Yes.
Self-compassion is the term that they use, hindi lang self-love po. So for those who want a different
Yes.
vocabulary,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. And of course, we encourage everyone, especially those who are going through tough times, especially those who are victims of, rather not victims, but rather patients of cancer, and of course their families, to go and check out Coach Leah and Coach Charity. And of course, thank you very much for coming on here today. It was such a pleasure.
So much.
And emotional roller coaster for Anne.
Yeah.
But of
Oh my
course,
goodness.
always needed. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you so much.
I will definitely, reach out and talk to these coaches. But let us switch things up with some self-care as we learn tips to improve our health through strength and conditioning. Fitness coach Maurice Lu will join us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
You're watching Business 360, where we break down the numbers, connect the dots, and give you the developments and insights you need to navigate, adapt, and lead. World leaders react to Donald Trump's return to the White House. Finance Chief Ralph Recto says that the Philippines could even profit from Trump's new tariff strategy. President Bongbong Marcos doubles down on incentives to supercharge the Philippines' semiconductor industry. That's for Business 360. I'm Mikey Oreta. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.
The questions.
Why sounds very serious, but
Seryoso,
watch
no?
it.
Di ba parang, cry, may away pamilya, etc.
The issues.
Who are supposed to be on the faces of our bank, of our money?
Bangko Sentral, no? There is a numismatic committee who meets and decides.
We clarify matters.
The 1,000 peso bill was changed from the three heroes of World War II to the Philippine Eagle.
Pinky Web is always on point.
Ciao, mabuhay. You are watching The Word Exposed.
Prepare our hearts as we dive deeper into our faith and receive the strength from God's Word. Join Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as he shares the reflection we need for the rest of the week.
We pray that the Word of God would find fulfillment in your life and His blessings be always upon you.
Every Sunday, 7 a.m., with replays at 3 p.m.
Get to the latest stories.
The UP Fighting Maroons stormed back to seize the UAP men's basketball title.
The updates.
The best Philippine team that we have sent on an international stage.
The scores and what to celebrate in the world of sports. Hosted by Anton Rojas.
On the scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport.
Only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
We also are trying to tap the high value added semiconductor industry. So with all the geopolitical tensions in the Taiwan Straits, we are a possible destination for further high-tech investment in Clark, in Subic, where we have all our free trade zones.
back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, here's something for the weekend warriors. Strength and conditioning is not only limited to professional athletes, it's also ideal for people like you and me who are looking to improve their general fitness. And since it is the last Fitness Friday of January, we decided to bring in a coach who will show us some strength and conditioning tips that you guys can use. It's a beautiful day, Coach Maurice Lu. Mau Lu na lang. Coach
Yes.
Mau.
Yes.
I'm not used to calling him Coach Mau kasi he was my boss before. So
Boss Mau.
Boss Mau.
My God.
Boss Mau, dapat may ab.
Ab,
One
only
ab
one
ako.
ab.
One
Right
ab
here.
after this workout.
I
But
can
what do
guarantee
you
that.
have for us today, Coach?
Well, for today's program, it's basically just a strength and conditioning program where we will focus on legs and core.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, we're gonna do a lot of squats, lunges, some of the very familiar workouts for everybody. So we're definitely gonna sweat today.
And this is something that they can do at home without any
Yes.
equipment, right? If
Exactly.
you have a mat, then you can use your mat. If not, like Coach, wala siyang mat, so floor lang, right? Yeah,
Yes.
and then just your body weight for this
Yes,
program.
as long as you have space, this workout is perfect for
My
you.
gosh, my body weight is even more deadly than weights because I ate so much tikoy the past 2 days. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
All right, Coach, let's go.
All right, so before we begin, of course, we're gonna do a bit of a warm-up. So let's find some space and let's give ourselves a good shake first. So let's shake off our arms, let's shake off our legs, and of course, let's give ourselves a big smile. Okay, so let's have some space, ladies, and we're gonna start off with our wide stance. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna reach down and reach as high as we can, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So bring it down and all the way up. There you go. So you sink down as deep as you can. And basically what we're trying to do here is we're trying to lengthen the entire body. And of course, warm up your legs at the same time.
Oh, this actually feels really good.
Exactly, right?
It's a good stretch. Opening
Especially
up your hips.
when you start off your morning, this is the best stretch to do. Let's do a bit more. Maybe in 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it off again. And this time, let's kick our legs forward and reach. And then switch to the other side. Let's go, ladies.
Woo. Opposite arm.
Yes. So right arm to left foot.
Oh my God.
And then vice versa.
My hamstrings.
The tightness is real in the morning.
Woo! I did not plan to be sweating this early.
All right, let's give it 4 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and release. Now let's open up the hips, bringing our knees out and then bring it back inside, and then switching over to the other leg. And there you go. Just get your knees in line with your hips. And just be sure to always lift your legs out and in.
This kind of like activates your core already.
Exactly. Woo. So those
How
hips
are
are
you,
very
Mo?
important.
Quiet, because we're focusing.
The focus is real.
This is the
All
first time you
right.
guys will see me super quiet.
So 4 seconds in 3, 2, 1, and let's go down to your mats, ladies. Join me. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna reach down, okay? We're gonna reach for our toes again, but this time in a plank position. So reach down and then
What?
switch to the other side.
Oh my God, that's so hirap. Says the girl who loves to plank,
Exactly.
but not reaching for my toes. Oh my God.
Diyos ko, Lord.
I feel
And
all my
ladies, take note.
joints.
It's still part of your warm-up.
I'm tired.
All right.
Okay.
3 seconds. 2,
I think
and
I'm done. Yay,
1.
fast forward.
Yeah.
Yes, I finished it. Okay, go.
All right, now let's go to the workout proper, okay? So let's stand up on this part and we're gonna do our legs first,
Legs.
okay?
Warm-up lang to.
So take a shake first. Take a shake first. So ladies, let's start off the same way we did earlier. We're just doing simple squats down and up, okay?
Okay.
So let's do this for a few seconds. In 3, 2, 1, begin. So down and up. So it's all about getting your hips back and then pushing your knees out and wide, okay?
All right.
So you can take your time here, of course, and especially if you are doing this for the very first time, just go slow. Yeah?
You know what? I don't know why Paolo never joins us for workouts. He's distracting me. He's literally just chilling. Can we pan on Paolo while we're working so hard over here? He's just sitting.
Chilling, relaxing, you know.
I'm so tired na.
All right, ladies, in 3, 2, 1, and this time let's step to the back into a lunge. Just step back as long as you can.
Walang rest ako.
Follow me. We'll rest in a
Walang
bit.
rest in a bit.
All right, there you go.
We
So
can't
it's like-
rest. We need to keep our heart rates up.
Exactly. There you go. Just keep your chest lifted. Inhale, exhale as soon as you step to the back. There you go.
I swear to God, this is the first serious workout demo we did on the show.
Oh my God.
Sakit na ng legs
Is it
ko.
really?
Yes.
Buti na lang nag-block ako. My powers is so crazy.
Kasi before we didn't finish the whole rep.
There you go. In 3, 2, 1, and shake it
I'm not
off.
doing
Let's
that.
take a short break,
Wow.
girls. Let's take a short break. All right. Shake it off, shake it off.
Shake it off.
Now this time we're going back to our legs again, but this time we will progress the movements. Meaning we will add more to what we just did.
More?
Okay? Yes.
No more, no more.
No more, no more. Just a very short one. This time, we're gonna go back to our squat, but this time we're gonna lift our heels up like this.
Ah, okay.
Okay? So lifting the heels up will activate the back of the legs. Let's go, ladies. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. So just be careful that you don't lift too high, that you slip over to the front, okay? Down and up. Wow, the seriousness, the focus.
Is this gonna build my butt?
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh, then I'll do
Butt,
this every day.
glutes, and
Yeah.
especially the legs.
We
3,
always want to work those glutes.
2, 1, and release. Now this time, ladies, let's take that step back, but this time we add a rotation.
Ooh, twist.
So adding the upper body for this part. Let's go. How are you doing?
Lang ako.
All right, there you go. So these are the basic movements that you can do at any place, at any time. And don't forget, breathe and hydrate if ever you get to do this. Whew. Open up the chest, inhale, in 4,
Breathe and hydrate, Paolo.
3,
Sa'yo, Paolo.
2,
Breathe and hydrate.
1, and shake it off. Nice, ladies.
Oh my goodness!
Commentator ko, hindi ako athlete na.
Ladies, let's go down to the mat. Let's finish off our workout with a bunch of ab workouts.
Ab workouts. Okay, let's do
Yes.
this.
All
Can
right.
we do this with the stuff on our backs?
So I'll join you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
We won't lie down, don't worry.
All right.
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna lean back, okay? You can lift your legs if you'd like, or keep your feet down on the floor. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna twist side to side.
Oh, Russian
Okay?
twist.
Russian twists, exactly. So choose either lift the legs or keep it down in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Rotate.
I like being down to earth.
Yeah.
So let's keep our feet grounded, you know?
Same. I'm gonna do the most
Humility.
basic one.
You know,
Number
for
one
today,
trait.
that'll
Keep
work.
your feet on the ground.
That'll work.
My legs are already in pain from earlier.
There
Boss
you go.
Mau, grabe ka.
It's for you guys. It's for you guys. In 3, 2, 1, and hold your position. All
Ang galing ni
right.
Paolo.
Shake it up, shake
Pero
it
you know
up.
what? I swear by those Russian twists.
Yeah.
Yeah, kasi talagang it will really make
That's
your
what I-
waist
that's what I
snatch.
need.
Exactly. So ladies, this time,
Okay.
let's not move. Let's just lift our legs and hold the position here. Okay?
Pwede
So
ba
we-
mag-lay down na lang ko?
Of course, pwede. You can always keep your feet down, but you can lean back. Okay? So hold your low boat and then
I'm gonna
reach
try
the hands out and open up
Oh
the
my
chest.
God, I'm shaking.
So ladies, how's your morning? All
My
good? All good?
Beautiful! So beautiful!
So just relax those shoulders, ladies.
I've taken on a roller coaster ride. A while ago I was crying, and now I'm doing workouts.
This time it's your body that's crying.
My
In
fats
3,
are crying.
2, 1, and release. Oh my God, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Let's do one more round of that.
Oh, my heart. What?
Yes. One more round, ladies.
I think the Rex said commercial break na.
That's it, we're out of time.
But
go
man, wow. Another round? Seriously?
If you guys want.
Sige, go.
All right, let's do it. All right.
Hey, one more.
Ladies.
Gusto mo to?
One more time with feelings.
I know we're gonna stay on the ground.
Ah,
only.
sorry.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
can do everything.
She's game for the workout. She's game for the workout.
Sige, ikaw, go. Me and Coach will do our own.
All right, ladies, let's go for the Russian twist again.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, begin. Now I'll join you girls on the floor since we're all grounded here.
Yep. Stay
There
grounded.
you go. There you go. So
Stay
try and bend your
humble.
knees a bit more and bring your heels closer to your glutes. There you go. So the key here is to always keeping your chest up and of course breathing in and out.
Wait, I don't know why I tried to
Dapat
lift
may
my
medicine
legs.
ball
Sa baba na lang
to.
again.
Oh, and then we're just gonna pass the ball,
Yeah,
right?
medicine ball.
3, 2, 1, and shake it off. One more, okay?
One more Russian twist.
No, we're gonna do that low boat
okay,
again.
boat. Okay.
Anne has her own
Yes.
program.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Let me breathe.
Take a breather. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Inhale.
Coach, I just showered this morning and I'm showering in pawis. Oh my God.
Oh, look at me. I'm also.
I know.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's lift the legs, ladies. Last one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Lift the legs up. Now you're definitely gonna feel it in the core and in the legs.
I feel it. I feel it in my legs. It hurts.
So ladies, as I say, if you are shaking, then it's working.
My muscles
Okay.
are
Oh my
shaking.
God,
my
my
fats are
bowels are
shaking. All the calories I consumed yesterday, they're
Burning
shaking.
all of those teeth, right?
Yes.
All
I
right.
feel like this is one bite of
at
pizza
us.
4.
3, 2, and release. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay, I hope that's it, Coach. Mag-stretching na tayo.
Yes, that is it. Let's do a quick stretch though. All right. So we warm up, we work out, and we stretch.
You know, this is so embarrassing. My fitness level is shown on national TV.
Well, we all start somewhere, so.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, let's go into a butterfly position.
Stay hydrated, Paolo. Stay hydrated.
Oo nga.
Ang dami ng water. Ano ba?
Napagod kasi si Paolo del Rosario sa kakapanood sa atin, guys.
And now slowly, ladies, lean forward.
Do we move forward?
Yes,
This
lean
is my
forward.
favorite part of the workout.
And you will feel the stretch in your inner
wow,
thighs.
feels
If you can
good.
touch the ground and reach forward some more, that would be better.
Oh,
There you go. Whatever your flexibility allows.
I love this.
And now slowly, everyone, bring your feet in front and let's reach for the toes. There you go.
I'm not flexible. I can't reach my toes.
If you can't reach for your toes, you can always reach for your ankles or your shins. Okay, that is perfect.
Ankles or shins?
Hanggang knees lang.
Hanggang knees lang.
More like shins. There we go.
Hindi malalumampas.
And then slowly release, ladies. Let's kick one leg to the back like this.
I'm also not flexible, guys.
Oh, I love
I'm not
this
a ballerina.
There you go. You can straighten the back leg or you can just keep it slightly bent like this.
I like straight.
Oh, this is like the mermaid pose like
Yes.
Eriguel.
Yes, and then elbows
Oh,
down.
love this.
And then lift the chest.
Ay, mali pala yung ginagawa ko.
And now slowly switch to the other side, other leg. There we go.
Oh my God, you can hear my joints cracking. Oh, I actually have knee
Elbows
pain.
down. Ooh. Good job, ladies. That was good.
Thank you,
Good.
Coach
Oh, I can see the
Mal.
sweat now.
I'm sweating.
Man,
And
we
I
should
didn't bring extra clothes.
You know what? You should attend one of Mal's classes. He is amazing. He's intense.
Yeah, I know. That was
Yeah.
intense.
Stand up, ladies.
I mean, this was just a demo, and man, we are sweating. We are breathing heavily. Oh,
Right.
whew.
Okay, here we go.
My God.
Coach, if anybody wants to work out like we did and get a sweat on, where can they find you?
Yes.
Oh, they can find me in a variety of places. So I teach currently in places like Saddle Row. So I teach rowing and spinning. I do F45, which is a circuit-based workout. And I also work for Fitness First, which I teach at for body pump.
So basically
Yeah.
everywhere.
Everywhere, basically, yes. And now shoulder stretch, ladies. Let's have our hands all the way to the side. And then switch to the other side.
Wow, that was crazy. Whew. Was not expecting that for a Friday morning, but here we are.
Oh
Now
my
roll
gosh.
your shoulders to the front.
We
So
are doing
fun.
this every Friday now, actually.
Oh, that's great.
A demo every Friday. So,
Switch it to the back.
Coach Mal, expect a message from us
Wow.
yet again.
Take a deep breath, ladies. It'll be my pleasure, definitely. One more time. Inhale, exhale, hands down. Take a deep breath.
Wow.
One last, ladies. One last. Inhale, hands together, hands to your hearts, and take a bow. That is our workout for
you so
today.
much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Mo. Coach Mo, not for you daw.
Oh,
Wala.
Oh, sabi
Kaya
daw
mo
ni
yan.
Anne, you made it
Just
too
kidding.
difficult.
Hindi
You
ako,
don't deserve
No, I
water
have
daw.
water. Here, Coach. Here na.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was so fun.
But yeah, that was
But
amazing.
deadly.
And they can follow you on your socials as well?
Yes, my IG handle is _Maurice Lu. You can follow me there. Yeah.
Cool. We'll see you on social media, Coach.
Social
Yes,
media
thank you so
lang
much.
because Mo is gonna avoid you like the plague.
Oy, I did not avoid him.
Yeah.
Ikaw yun.
I'm good.
I'm sweating.
Injured today.
Injured.
But thank you, Coach Mal. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much for having me, guys.
Coach.
Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much. Thank you.
Well, up next, guys, this Filipino artist uses creativity to honor his Lola and reminisce their memories. Find out how after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Hingal ka ba?
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful and Sweaty Friday. Now, Art Bridge, is time for a Filipino artist who uses creativity to preserve his memories with his lola. Marie Lozano has this story.
Art has the power to preserve memories. And for this artist, it became a bridge across time, connecting with his grandmother. Kenneth was born and raised in San Jose, California, but his roots trace back to the province of Pangasinan. And at the heart of their family is their beloved grandmother, his lola.
My lola's name is Crescenciana, like a crescent moon, Crescenciana. So Crescenciana Boscos Carbonell Tan. Lola was my first roommate when I was a little boy. Here, Lola and I, we were just watching TV every day. And one day I asked Lola, okay, what do you want to do today, Lola? And she said, I want to do something for a purpose.
Turns out that purpose was creating art.
I read in the paper that there were art classes for seniors, but we couldn't go there. So I thought, like, okay, maybe we could try it at home. So that's how the watercolor painting started.
What was Lola painting? According to Kenneth, Lola was painting strokes of her imagination, memories, and emotions.
She was prolific. Gosh, she painted so much. She would paint just how she was feeling in the moment. One time she painted a lot of blue paintings, and I said, oh, okay, what did you paint, Lola? She said, oh, the sky's beautiful today. I feel happy.
Lola Crising lived 96 remarkable years, carrying with her a lifetime of memories. And those memories were brought to life by Kenneth when he decided to draw on top of Lola's creations, making it their artwork collaboration.
So here is the first one that we ever made. Lola did the yellow watercolor in the background, and then she said she'd painted a family. And so I drew in a family of bugs there. She told me it's people who haven't seen each other for a long time, but they recognize themselves and they recognize each other. It's a family. So this is supposed to be Lola. She's in her late teens, early 20s during World War II. So the story that she told me was that during the Japanese occupation, right? And they had a secret town fiesta, like a dance. And then while everyone was dancing, she said, someone came in and said, oh, the soldiers are coming. Okay, so everyone run. So she hopped on the back of a cart, she told me, to try and make her way home. Okay, so here's the most recent one that we've made. And so this is I call it the Bless. It's like a manapol.
Determined to keep Lola's legacy alive, Kenneth and his family decided to continue the collaboration by curating the artworks and put them together in books they self-publish.
And I would say, my Lola makes paintings and I promise to finish everything she starts. Why do I do this? So I remember one day, it was in my first month of school, college. I came back home to visit Lola, and I was sitting next to her. I brought my book home because I thought I was going to read and do homework during that weekend. She keeps talking to me, and she kept talking. And so I closed the book and I said, Lola, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to read. And Lola said, oh, I'm sorry. She laughed. She said, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy to have someone to talk to. And so I think back to that. So the reason I keep doing this is because I want my Lola to know that I see her and I hear her. I want her to know that she's heard and I see her. So that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me wanting to do this. I want her to know that I remember and I won't forget.
Kenneth shares that his collaboration is a love letter to his Lola, continuing the stories they started together and completing the artwork that Lola could no longer finish. Indeed, this collaboration proves that some connections never fade, even with time. Marie Lozano, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And that is it for us this Friday, January 31. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us for the entire month of January.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Make this day and this coming weekend an unforgettable one by choosing joy and spreading love and kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. Join us again on Monday on our new time slot, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. So more of us only here on
It's a Beautiful Day.